Want to thank everyone for coming out on kind of short notice, but it's been a project that's been in the pipeline for a while, and we are so proud to have the opportunity to get the designation yesterday, Governor. Just want to introduce some of my partners in progress. Council President Peggy King, Council members Ed Kosher and Lisa Perazzo, friends on the county legislature, Chairman Jasinski, Jeff McDonald, Roy Fullman, Bob Hoffman, who will soon change his title to judge, Grant Sosha, Karen Johnson, Gary Hughes, Randy Pascarella. A couple of our town supervisors are here from the town of Glenville, Chris Ketzley, and Joe Landry from the town of Niskayuna. You know, we've seen a transformation here in the downtown and really have an impressive unified economic development team that's been working for almost a decade under the leadership of Ray Gillen. And Ray, it's one of the things that Ray's taught me is we don't hit home runs here. We want a single. We fix up a building, we bring in one business. It is that slow, steady, incremental growth. But Ray, I do have to say, this may not be a home run, but I think it's at least a solid triple. This is really a game changer for Schenectady. It is going to continue the growth. It is a partnership that we're all proud of, working with the business community, organized labor, and government. We have put together a package that will make this community proud and set an example across the state, that it will complement the activities that occur within this great complex here at Proctors, the other development that has occurred within Schenectady, and under the leadership at the community college and our acting president, Martha Aslan's here, the gaming program that they have, where we're going to have the opportunity now to take individuals, get them signed up for the program at community college. In the roughly 24-month build cycle for this project, they can go through that, get a degree and certificate so that they will be that workforce that will enable Rush Gaming to hire. And I now want to introduce the CEO of Rush Gaming, Greg Carland.
Thank you, Mayor. So it's official. Rivers Casino and Resort in Mohawk Harbor is coming to Schenectady. Thank you. We are truly grateful to be selected by the New York Gaming Facility Location Board yesterday. A lot of folks spent a lot of time, worked a lot of hours on this project. I especially want to acknowledge Francisco Gillespie, who's here today, and Dave Bucco, our partners. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Francisco. And my colleague, Joe Shabetta, who's sitting right there in front. This project will support the revitalization of the city of Schenectady by replacing one of the country's oldest brownfield development sites, the Alco site. The project itself sits on a 60-acre waterfront location. It's going to include a 50,000 square foot casino, 1,150 slot machines, 66 table games, a new steakhouse, a marketplace, a day spa. We're very excited about the project. This project will be part of a major transformation and development of Schenectady's Mohawk Harbor. It's a mixed-use waterfront development which combines residential, commercial, retail uses, as well as a new harbor, riverfront trails, and open spaces, and the development of 2 new hotels for Schenectady. Our company will invest over $300 million in Schenectady and will create over 1,000 new permanent jobs and over 1,000 construction jobs. As a business executive, the decision to apply and build for a gaming license here in New York State was based on a number of factors. We spend time looking at all different markets, new markets, and we are especially excited about New York. New York, more so than ever before, is a place that's open for business. Gaming taxes are lower here than in other jurisdictions we operate. Confidence is up, and the state government understands business and is willing to partner to support new economic growth. We're very excited to be part of the momentum here in Schenectady, and we're also excited to put 1,000 construction workers to work. It's now my pleasure to introduce Jeff Stark, who's the president of the Capital District Building Trades. Jeff?
Wow, what a great day, huh? Long time coming. Just got to bring these out. Had an extra large print for me. Just because it's Christmas, I was speaking with my grandson last night, who's just shy of 6, and he said to me, "Papa, is there really a Santa Claus?" And I says, "Yes, there is." His name is Andrew Como. He loves you, Governor. Today we celebrate great news for Schenectady and the Capital Region. A commitment to building a new destination resort with casino gambling right here in Mohawk Harbor. The large number of jobs, money, and tourists that will be attracted during construction of the facility and following its opening will bring new life and energy to a city that once was an industrial beacon of the world. As a representative of the building trades and of men and women of labor who will build this project, I'm thrilled that Rush Gaming has signed labor agreements which will create 1,400 construction jobs. And an additional 1,200 permanent jobs once open. These opportunities for men and women of our community are union jobs with good pay and benefits. This is yet another demonstration that when Governor Como says New York is open for business, he means it. That's because our governor gets it. He gets it that the most important thing that we need are jobs, jobs, jobs. Good paying jobs. And that focus is delivering us a transformational project that will continue the economic turnaround we are seeing here in the region and all across upstate New York. I thank you, Governor Como, Santa, for your unwavering focus on bringing more jobs to the area, to the upstate New York, and for putting this state back to work. Thank you. And now I'd like to introduce a really good friend of mine, Assemblyman Phil Steck.
It's been a real pleasure for me to have the support of organized labor in my efforts for election in the 110th Assembly District. So I thank Jeff for his introduction. I'd also like to thank Governor Cuomo for doing what he did in this project for the people of the 110th Assembly District, which I represent. This is a great opportunity for Schenectady. As you know, the heart of my district is in Albany County, but it's been a tremendous thing for me to come here and work with the community in Schenectady. What's really outstanding, I think this is very consistent too with the governor's message, is that Schenectady's a private sector town. It tries to do it on its own with trying to make and revitalize the community, working with the private sector. And I think that the mayor, the Gillespie Group, which has been part of this effort at revitalization in Schenectady, has done an outstanding job, and that is why they won the competition for this particular project. So for me, It's a great honor to be a part of a community that's moving forward largely on its own and from time to time with a little assistance from us. I would say also that another reason this project was selected is the prior experience of Rush Street Gaming operating an extremely similar facility in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, which, although a larger city, has a somewhat similar history to the city of Schenectady as a former industrial leader of our nation. And to be able to do a project like this and to revitalize the riverfront and eliminate a brownfield, I think is moving in all the right directions. So to everyone who's been involved, my hat's off to you. We have 2 assembly members who share the city of Schenectady, so I am introducing my esteemed colleague in the New York State Assembly, Angelo Santa Barbara.
Thank you. It's great to join everybody here today. Very excited to be here today. Let's hear it one more time for the city of Schenectady. It was a very exciting day yesterday, and if you walk the streets, you could feel the excitement in this city from area to area. Everybody was just energized in this room and beyond. We were very excited to hear this news. It marks an important step forward for not only the city of Schenectady, but the entire region. Working with my colleagues in our local government, we have always worked hard to attract new businesses and new jobs to this area. And we have moved forward year after year, and we have the workforce, we have the assets, and now we have that investment that we need to move forward in a great opportunity to really take it to the next level. When Andrew Cuomo became governor, he made it very clear that the upstate economy was going to be a top priority. And I've been very happy to work with him over the years to see that new investment come into these upstate cities and really make a difference. And that's what the casino process was all about. We came together with Governor Cuomo and passed a law making world-class casinos possible here in New York and now possible here in the city of Schenectady. Our governor had the vision for this kind of investment to come back to our upstate cities, and we're seeing it happen, and now we're going to reap the benefits with jobs, opportunities, businesses, and so much more. I'm so proud of the work we've accomplished together, and I'm more excited to hear about all the new things that are coming in the days ahead of us. Yesterday was an exciting day, and today is an even more exciting day because I'm pleased to welcome the man who's made it all possible. Please join me in welcoming our governor, Andrew Cuomo.
Good morning. Good morning, Schenectady. Is it a good morning? It doesn't get any better than this. If this isn't a good morning, we're going to have a long wait. First, to our host and a man who deserves tremendous credit today, let's give Mayor McCarthy a big round of applause. To Greg Carlin, the Rush Group, to Francesco Gillespie and the Gillespie Group, who's believed in Schenectady and upstate New York for a long time. Let's give them a round of applause. To Jeff Stark and the labor community that really organized and really got out and made a smart project even smarter. Jeff Stark, congratulations to you. To all the local officials, to Assemblyman Phil Steck, let's give Phil a round of applause. To a good friend of mine, Assemblyman Angelo Santa Barbara, who is what good government is all about. He's always working, he's always there. Angelo Santa Barbara. And to the people of Schenectady, congratulations, congratulations, congratulations. You know, Jeff said this is a long time coming, and this is one piece of a much longer story. And that's what Assemblyman Santa Barbara was referring to. We said 4 years ago that we were going to take a totally different track with upstate New York. Because the truth is, upstate New York has been suffering for a long time. And the story of Schenectady is the story of Syracuse, is the story of Buffalo. It goes right along that thruway. It goes right along that Erie Canal. And the truth is, upstate New York at one time was going great guns. And we had a great economy running. We had a manufacturing economy. It was the story of the Erie Canal. It was the story of the Hudson River, and the story that made this country a great manufacturing capital. And saw much development in cities all along upstate New York. And then the economy changed on us, and the economy moved. It became more of an international manufacturing economy. And the question was, what does upstate New York do? And in many ways, upstate New York became forgotten by the state government in Albany. And they were left on their own to sort of figure out what to do next. And that caused a lot of pain. A lot of people left, a lot of suffering for a lot of years. And the story of upstate New York became a story of what was. And everything was about what we used to do in the good old days. We were GE, what Proctors was. And there was not enough conversation about what we're going to be and what the future is. And in this new economy, you can't just sit there. You have to make yourself viable. You have to make yourself competitive. And it's not easy to transform an economy. It was especially difficult in the state of New York because the state of New York was putting up barriers in the meantime. Highest tax state in the United States of America. That is not going to work. Why? Because people are smart. And if you're going to be the highest tax state in the nation, highest property taxes in the United States of America, you're going to be the highest tax district. You know what's going to happen? People will leave. They're more mobile than ever before. Jobs are more mobile than ever before. And they're smart, and they'll pack up, and they will leave. So not only were we not getting the help we needed in upstate New York, the state was making it more difficult by raising taxes and raising regulations. Our new motto is New York's open for business. That says what? We do get it. We get it. You can't torture business and then expect jobs to come to New York. You torture business, they will leave. And government has to be a partner with businesses in designing the new economy for tomorrow. So the first thing we did was we brought down all the barriers. We reduced taxes to historic levels. Middle-class taxes in the state of New York are the lowest level in 60 years, believe it or not. We brought down the corporate taxes. We brought down the manufacturing tax to the lowest level in 100 years. So they can't say anymore, high-tax New York. I say to businessmen all the time, what's our reputation? They say, your reputation? You really want me to tell you? I said, yes, I promise I'll stay here. I won't threaten you. They say, your reputation is high taxes, difficult to do business. I say, take a second look. That's the old New York. It's not the new New York. This New York is open for business. We have our taxes down. But then at the same time, we needed an affirmative strategy to develop the economy. Just bringing the barriers down wasn't enough. You needed a plan, and you had to build for a plan. And that's what we've been doing for 4 years, region by region across upstate New York. Why? Because there's not really one upstate New York. We say upstate, downstate, but it's really not upstate, right? There's the Capital District region, which is different than the Southern Tier, is different than Western New York, is different than the North Country. So really, if you want to develop upstate New York, you have to develop it region by region. And you have to come up with a business plan that works region for region and takes the unique assets of that region and puts them together in a comprehensive economic development plan that's going to work a long time. And that's what we've been doing over the past 4 years. And we have a lot to build on because we have a beautiful history, we have great assets, a great workforce, great education infrastructure. We started with Startup New York, no tax zones in the state of New York, believe it or not, no tax zones. Building off our higher education system. Why? Because businesses that are linked with education are the way of the future. And educational institutions that are not just giving an education, but are training for a job in that industry. What you're doing here is exactly right. Community colleges training for jobs that are growing in that region. You're going to have a gaming sector. That is exactly right. Using that education system as an economic engine. And we happen to have a brilliant education system. We have the SUNY system, the state system, which is one of the best state systems in the country. And we have private schools, so we're building off that to create jobs for the future. One of the other industries we've been developing all across upstate New York is tourism. We have every kind of tourist attraction you could want in upstate New York. I say all the time, there is no reason to leave New York State to vacation, because anything you could want to do, you can do here. Think about it. You want to fish, you want to ski, you want to snowmobile, whatever you want to do. You want museums, you want culture, you want plays, whatever you want, you have here. You want restaurants, whatever you want, you have right here in upstate New York. Great sense of history, and we've been developing that and marketing that. You now see on the street signs. We now have road signs that have a road map of the historic sites all across upstate New York, and the attractions all across upstate New York, and the I Love New York, Taste of New York signs, the wineries, the farms, marketing upstate New York. But what you need in tourism more than anything is you need a destination. You need a place for people to go. And you need a place for people with families to go, where they can spend the weekend. And that we did not have. We did not have the resort-type destinations or enough of them in upstate New York. So we talk gaming, we talk casinos, but we've been talking about it in a broader concept. It's casinos, it's gaming, but it's casinos and gaming as a magnet for a larger resort that can bring families, attract conventions, attract people, come, stay for a weekend, 3, 4, 5 days. There's something for everyone to do. It's in a beautiful setting. And the home run is that casino resort in the middle of a larger redevelopment plan that has housing in downtown, et cetera. The mayor said we have singles and doubles. Singles and doubles are nice, but singles and doubles don't win the game. Triples and home runs win the game, and that's what this is. This puts all those pieces together. Now, it's easier said than done. We didn't have casinos for years, which, by the way, was a terrible loss for the state. They were developing in Massachusetts, they're developing in Jersey, they're developing everywhere. Our people are leaving New York to go vacation somewhere else. So we said, let's change that. Well, let's make it legal in the state of New York. In the state of New York, everything is easier said than done. We had to get a law passed, which is always a joy. I love dealing with my colleagues in the legislature. We had to get a law passed. We then had to get a constitutional amendment because we had to change the Constitution, allow gaming. We then had to have an election. We did that. Gaming was now possible. We said we didn't want to oversaturate the market. We wanted to make sure the ones we did weren't competing within our own state. So we said only up to 4. We said none in New York City. Why? Because this is about upstate New York for a change, right? And we want the market. We want the New York City market that would like to go to a casino to come upstate and make that the closest casino to that New York City market, 8 million people. and let's use it as a boost for upstate New York. And that is exactly what we did. And then we said a competition. Why? Because I believe in competition. You know, I believe in it. I believe it brings out the best game, the best thought, gets your energy up a little bit. It says, don't take this for granted. It's not an entitlement. By the way, this is tax dollars. This is a public interest. They deserve to have the best possible projects. So we said competition. And if you deserve to win, you'll win. And if you organize, you'll win. And if you stop the political fighting amongst different people and you get the politicians in one room and you get them to agree, which is also easier said than done, but then you'll win. And if you attract a really quality developer like Rush, like Francesco Gillespie, with a long-term vision, then you'll win. And if you come up with a really inspiring project that has multiple facets, then you'll win. And if you come up with a resort that people will look at and say, wow, that's exciting. I would love to go there and visit there. And if you have that wow factor, you will win. And if you're one of the best in the state, you will win. And you know who's going to make that determination? You. Not Santa Cuomo, not anybody else. It was up to you to make it happen. And you had a lot of competition, and it was fierce competition, and at the end of the day, you make your own destiny. And it is your character that is going to decide whether you win or lose. It's going to be your ability that decides whether you win or lose. And what Schenectady said is, we're going to come together, we're going to work hard as heck, and we are going to win, and you did. And my friends, in the story of upstate New York, in the what we were and our proud history, which we all celebrate, what you have started doing today is writing the chapter of what we will be, what the new Schenectady will be. And that chapter has been a long time coming. And you are writing the future. And you gave yourselves a beautiful Christmas present, long overdue. You deserve it. Congratulations. Go to it. Thank you, and God bless you.